Could Nigel Farage become Britain's next Prime Minister? In a recent interview with Sky News, the Reform Party leader hinted at a possible run for Downing Street by 2029. How realistic is that goal, and what could it mean for British politics? Farage has long been a disruptor in British politics. Known as the face of Brexit, and now the leader of the Reform Party, he's been riding a wave of populism across Europe. Despite failing to win a seat in Parliament for years, Farage finally broke through in 2024, giving him a renewed platform in Westminster. And with the Conservatives on the back foot, he's now eyeing the top job. Farage's vision is clear. He believes the political status quo is broken and is positioning reform as the answer. From hardline immigration policies to scrapping net zero plans, Farage is pushing an agenda he claims will restore Britain's independence and strength. But perhaps his boldest idea is a reverse takeover of the Conservative Party. An idea that has left many Tory leaders uneasy. So could he become Britain's next Prime Minister? A Farage-led takeover of the Conservative Party would be highly divisive, but not entirely out of the question if the party continues to struggle. Public opinion is split. Supporters of Farage see him as the only politician willing to address the so-called failures of immigration control and the Brexit process. Meanwhile, critics view him as a dangerous populist whose policies could further isolate the UK from Europe and beyond. Even among Conservative MPs, the idea of Farage joining forces with the Tories has drawn backlash, with some seeing it as a betrayal of the party's core values. Let's take a listen.
You're an astute political operator. Do you honestly think you can be the next Prime Minister?
I think it's possible, yeah.
You honestly do?
It may not be probable, but it's certainly possible, yeah. I mean, we don't need to change the minds of a single voter. On the really big issues about country, identity, all of those things that we talk about, there are enough voters in Britain now for us to win the general election without changing a single person's mind. But we have to become a credible vehicle for them to vote for. 40% of those that voted Conservative this time considered voting reform, but in the end thought it was a wasted vote. The day they don't think it's a wasted vote, things change.
Farage's rise mirrors the growing populist movements across Europe. His anti-establishment rhetoric and nationalist policies have struck a chord with a large portion of the electorate. But is it enough to push him to number 10? While some believe it's a far-off dream, others think his success signals a broader shift in British politics, one that could reshape future elections. Could Nigel Farage really be Britain's Prime Minister in 2029? It's a long road ahead, but in today's unpredictable political climate, anything seems possible. What do you think? Do you think Farage is the leader Britain needs? Let us know in the comments. As always, stay informed, stay engaged, and make sure that your voice is heard.